Greetings, we are good from. This is our content. Let me introduce what algal is. Algal, which is a microscopic organism found in all types of natural waters and few types produce toxin. HAB, which stands for harmful algal is toxin producing algal growth excessively in water related with certain environmental conditions, and it will become more frequent, prolonged, and so forth. There is ABC News, which included natural which produce toxin that may cause tumor in sea turtles and smoother seagrass. For growth of lupia, it is due to nutrient and sediment runoff. And for impact, which causing skin irritation, lung damage from airborne dust, and unpleasant sulfur smell from decaying bones. There is NBC News, which talk about increasing in sea lion death and higher numbers of sick of death for minerals.
And you can see there's the global trend. As you can see, this study found that 126 out of 153 coastal countries have phytoplankton blooms. About 24.2% of global lands and 8.6% of ocean areas is affected by the algal blooms. And you can see that most of the country has the increasing trend. The most affected country areas is in the Africa and South America, and the lowest frequent blooms occurs in the Australia, which is about 2.4% per year. Also, you can see some findings here. The highest bloom frequency over 50% per year is linkage to the coastal upwelling or nutrition enrichment. And comparing to the Asia countries, European large marine ecosystem have large, frequently affected areas. Then there's some global bloom explanations. As you can see, there is a increase of 3.67 million km from 2003 to 2020 about the bloom affected area. Also, 1.6 times more country experience significant bloom expansions compared to others. Then there's some regional observation. In the South Hemisphere, predominantly increased bloom frequently was found with weekend blooms. Also, in the Northern Hemisphere, they show significant bloom weakening, especially in the California current system and the African Sea. And in the northern Gulf of Mexico and the East and South China Seas, a bloom strengthening was found. In the northern North Atlantic and the Okhotsk Sea, they experience weakening blooms.
So the algal bloom problem has drawn attention from experts from different disciplines. Like the man you see in here, this is Frederick Tyson. So he is a program director in the Genes, Environment and Health branch at the National Institute of Environmental Health Science. So the talk was held in 2016, and it talks about how HABs are considered a worldwide issue due to the following reasons. So first of all, it has a widespread occurrence and of course a huge impact on the ecosystem. And also it poses human health risks as the toxin produced by harmful algal blooms can pose serious health risks to humans, particularly in communities that rely on the contaminated water source for drinking or for recreational use. And moreover, for economic consequence, algal blooms have significant economic impacts, like affecting tourism, fisheries, and water treatment costs. It can be astronomical. It can be felt on global scale. Just imagine that if you are a tourist going to the Victoria Harbour and you can see that there's a huge amount of algal. So will you be happy and will you want to visit again? So of course not, right? And moreover, algal blooms are considered a climate change connection, as algal blooms is often linked to the climate change and nutrient pollution, both of which are global challenges that requires international cooperation and solutions. And other than the academic field having a huge focus on the problem, the political field also have a huge focus on the algal bloom problems. Like in 2016, United States President Barack Obama actually have his blog talking about tackling the harmful algal blooms. The blog raises concerns in the following fields. And first of all, for the public health concerns, he proposed the concerns on respiratory issues, skin irritations, and other health problems in humans and animals. He also boosts the research and monitoring by collaborating with the Environmental Protection Agency and more. And he proposed a nutrient pollution management, which we can see efforts were made to promote the best management practices in agriculture and to improve wastewater treatment process. He also tried to raise the public awareness and to try to educate the public on how to recognize the problem and to report them as an essential component of the initiative. And he also have future action plans, like proposing the Harmful Algal Bloom and Hypoxia Research and Control Act. And lastly, we have, you can see here is a meeting of the UN report and about the global harmful algal bloom, the status report in 2021, which is cooperate authors by Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission. So the meeting report has complied the followings, such as the overview of the HAB events and the impact of HAB that we're going to talk about later in our presentation, and also the worldwide appraisal of the occupancy of toxin-producing microalgae, and moreover to develop a global algal information system that in all the countries that they can share information about algal and to help others, and also the possible change of frequency, intensities, and range of HABs, resulting in a global and a local scale.
And now I will talk about the impacts of algal blooms. And first, I will talk about the environmental impact. The ecosystem disruption. Harmful algal blooms can deplete oxygen levels in water, leading to hypoxia conditions that harm aquatic life. This can create a dead zones where aquatic life struggle to survive. Second, it is the toxin productions. Some algae species produce toxin that can kill fish or other marine organisms, disrupting food webs. Affected species may exhibit abnormal behaviors, reduced mobility or death, which can lead to population declines and affect biodiversity. And then for the biodiversity loss, the dominance of harmful algae can reduce biodiversity by outcompeting native species. This effect can include light attenuation, clotting of a fish gills, or depletions of dissolved oxygen upon decades of the algal cells. Some HABs can even kill fish through mechanical damage. And then I'll talk about the economic impacts. The decrease in tourism and fishermen income. For the fishermen, HABs can lead to fish kills, impact the fish health, and result in closures of fishing areas. Shellfish harvesting can also be restricted due to the toxinations affecting local economics related in these industries. Second, for the tourism, beaches affected by blooms may be closed or being unsafe, leading to decreased visitor numbers. This can also affect hotels, restaurants, and local business, impacting the business related on recreational activities. For the water treatment cost, the water treatment facility may need to invest in advanced technology to improve toxin from drinking water and raising the operational cost. Here is an example. The average annual economic impact of HABs in the US is estimated at 10 to 100 million, and costs from a single major HAB event can reach 10 of millions of dollars. For the health impact, human health risks exposed to toxin can cause respiratory issues, skin irritation, and gastrointestinal illness. Consumption of the contaminated seafood can lead to several health problems. For example, the cigarette poisoning or paralytic shellfish poisoning. For the drinking water contaminations, HABs can contain drinking water supplies, poisoning risks to public health. For example, in 2014, a major algae blooms in Lake L led to a temporary water advisory for Toronto, Ohio, affecting over 40,000 residents. In conclusion, algal blooms represent a significant global issue that impact ecosystems, human health, and economics across the planet. The proliferations of harmful algal species is often driven by net nutrition pollution, primarily from agricultural runoff and wastewater, exacerbated by the climate change. These blooms can lead to the degradation of water qualities, loss of biodiversity, and determinal effects of fishers and tourists. Addressing this challenge requires comprehensive strategies, including improved land use practice, better waste management, and increased public awareness. The international cooperation and research are essential to mitigate the impact of algal blooms and protect aquatic environments for the future generations. Thank you.